CBS 46's Ayanna Crystal continues our team coverage on the crisis in Syria. She is in Clarkston, where many Syrian refugees are helplessly watching what's happening in the country they called home. Ayanna.
Rick, refugee families here are scared for their loved ones. Their biggest fear is there will be a genocide in Syria with the Kurdish population.
We were the only Syrian Kurds here in Atlanta.
Dr. Haval Kelly fled from Syria after 9/11. This former refugee started as a dishwasher and now is a cardiologist at Emory Hospital.
Now I'm an American, so I'm ashamed as an American that President Trump let the Kurds kind of fall for these attacks because the Kurdish fighters protected the U.S. soldier and defeated ISIS.
President Trump is ordering all U.S. troops out of northern Syria. This comes after last week's sudden troop withdrawal near the border. Right after that, Turkish troops moved in, attacking the Kurdish population.
People are scared that some of those ISIS fighters want to take revenge on the Kurds and come to the Kurdish city and attack civilians. So nobody knows what's going on. I mean, it's like people are just fleeing their homes right now.
Dr. Kelly still has family in Syria. He says because of the crisis, he has had limited communication with them.
They were able to go to safe areas. I mean, with safe area, they just drove on the highway and parked on the side, hoping for some intervention to come in to protect them.
We actually have refugees who had fled Syria as Kurdish refugees.
Clarkston is a safe haven for refugees.
With nowhere to go right now because we have actually now, as a country, limited our refugee resettlement numbers to the lowest level in the history of the 40-year resettlement program.
And I also feel betrayed as a Kurd from Syria that we were left behind. That's not how you treat your allies. We lost life to defend American values in those regions. And now we are left without no protection.
And with more than 700 ISIS fighters escaping from prison, there is fear that they will retaliate against the Kurds. And right now, families are fleeing, and refugee families here have had limited communication with their families. That's the latest in Clarkston. Ayanna Crystal, CBS 46 News.
Now, CBS 46 Pinpoint Weather, certified Atlanta's most accurate forecast.
Yesterday it was cloudy, it was gloomy, it was rainy, and because of that, temperatures topped out in the low 60s in many areas. Today feels like a completely different season, right? It feels wonderful outside. Upper 70s to low 80s. Temperatures are about 10 to 15 degrees warmer than yesterday because of the sunshine and lack of rain, but that'll be a short-lived condition. We're already seeing the clouds build back in, and that's a precursor to some rain that's going to move in tomorrow. And by some, I mean a lot, guys. This whole batch of rain that's in Louisiana right now is going to lift into Georgia by the time you eat lunch tomorrow. And so we're really going to see the rainiest day that we've gotten here in the last couple of months. And it's definitely going to impact you throughout the day. Now you can see clouds are already on the increase across Metro Atlanta. Live look at downtown. It's gorgeous, but by the time the sun sets here in 2 hours, it should be overcast. And those clouds at night, they act like a blanket. They trap heat in the low levels of the atmosphere. So whereas this morning it was quite chilly with morning lows in the upper 40s to low 50s, we're going to be about 8 to 10 degrees warmer than that tonight with the cloud cover. So it'll be mild tomorrow when you walk out the door, upper 50s to low 60s. Take the umbrella with you. You are going to need it through the day. So we see the clouds really build in. Tomorrow morning does not look too wet. For those of you who commute to work between 7 and 9 a.m., you should be good to go. The rain really lifts in after the time we eat lunch. It will move in from the west. So areas like Carrollton, LaGrange begin seeing it around 11 or noon. And then you can see it becomes widespread, heavy at times through the good portion of the day, noon to 6 p.m. Heavy rain is likely, especially south of the city. That will be the focus area for the heaviest showers through the evening as well. It does look like the rain ends west to east after sunset tomorrow. But then we'll see the showers continue through Wednesday as well. So for your morning commute, you should be okay. You don't need to give yourself extra time on the roadways, but it is going to be jam-packed tomorrow. Heavy delays likely with heavy rain for your afternoon commute. And temperatures tomorrow will top out in the 60s, so back to cool with the addition of the rain. Now this is due to two systems. The warm front moves in tomorrow. Behind it, we see a cold front move in on Wednesday. And behind that, the coolest air we've seen since April 21st moves in. So here's a look at tomorrow evening. You can see overnight into Tuesday, we continue to see some showers, at least in the first half of the day. Wednesday, too, we're going to see light showers and clouds. The front passes by the time you eat lunch on Wednesday, and sunshine returns by Wednesday afternoon. And that's when we'll see the temperatures fall. So still very mild on Wednesday. But then by Thursday morning, we're talking widespread 40s, even 30s in some areas. And again, this is the coolest air we felt in over 6 months. It's definitely going to shock your system if you're not ready for it. Jacket weather, you're going to have the heat on in your car both on Thursday and Friday morning. We'll begin to warm as we head into the weekend as well. We get a few dry days to end the week and then some more rain for the weekend. This is great news, guys. We desperately need this rain. So seeing 3 or 4 days on the map with a substantial rain is great news. Again, Thursday and Friday really going to feel like fall, boots weather, jacket weather. That's going to be the story as we end the week. Barmel?
We're seeing some really sluggish conditions. I tried to say it slow just to emphasize the sluggishness of this traffic. Now, take a look at our pinpoint traffic cam. We're looking at I-20 westbound and eastbound at Fulton Industrial Road. And as you can see, an accident happened right there on the sort of the 285 west side of the perimeter in Fulton County. And again, the accident's creating delays that are creating traffic to move around 9 miles per hour, very slow. That's bridging all the way back to Thornton Road. So if you're going to be on I-20, please expect those delays and to be moving slow all the way from Thornton Road, okay? Back to you guys.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that looks frightening. One construction worker is still missing in the debris of this New Orleans hotel. His family says he wasn't even supposed to be at work that day.
Also, the college experience is not what you remember. Some schools are giving students a 5-star luxury experience. That experience is not cheap either. As you can imagine, we're looking at the rising price of college. It's coming up in 20 minutes. And this is video you have to see.
Oh my God.
And you might say the same thing if you saw a building collapse right in front of you. And right now, firefighters in New Orleans are searching that building. They're looking for a missing construction worker.
Well, his family told CBS News' Maria Villarreal he wasn't even supposed to be on the job that day.
Oh my God.
2 days after this half-finished hotel came crashing down, the family of a man still missing is camping out near the site waiting for word, any word, including Anthony Magretta's wife, Nova.
I'm not leaving until he comes out. They're a pair. You can't separate them two.
Magretta was one of more than 100 construction workers at the Hard Rock Hotel. His family says the grandfather was supposed to be off but was called into work at the last minute.
My brother's the type of person, he would try to get everybody out before getting himself out. He won't leave nobody behind.
We need to move all this ground as far back as possible. I'm looking at some of this structure. It's still unstable. Could fall at any time.
Terrified passengers on a New Orleans trolley car were just yards away when the structure came crashing down and were caught up in the giant cloud of dust which spanned several city blocks. David Dones witnessed the aftermath.
It was debris all over, it was smoke and people running around, and just a bit of a catastrophe.
The contractor Citadel Builders has been working on the 18-story hotel since 2015. It was set to open this spring.
Obviously, we're in rescue mode, look for this person that's missing, but it is still a very, very dangerous building.
Hard Rock says they are not involved in this construction. Citadel Builders tells us that they are mourning the loss of life and injuries at this accident, and they've actually flown in engineer experts from Europe to try and help stabilize the building. They are also working with local authorities on multiple investigations. Mireya Villarreal, CBS News, New Orleans, Louisiana.
Convenience could be putting your safety and security at risk. Wait until you see how quickly anyone can copy your keys, even if the key cards you think are secure.
A rural Georgia school district dealing with a controversial issue, transgender students and bathrooms. A look ahead to what could be a fiery discussion tonight.
And make sure you stay with us throughout the night on CBS 46, a full primetime lineup for you. The Neighborhood, then Bob Hart's Abishola, All Rise, and then Bull. It all starts at 8 o'clock tonight. And we'll have the late breaking news you need to know on CBS 46 News at 11.
Tonight's primetime lineup sponsored by Harris, Cherokee and Harris Cherokee Valley River.
Three, two, 1, 10987654 Thank you. Now at 5:30 from the CBS 46 Live Desk, we are following an update on a big story we've been covering for weeks now. Atlanta police say they have caught the second shooter who wounded students near the Clark Atlanta University campus. Police say Ahmed Coleman is one of 2 gunmen who shot at each other during a block party for Clark Atlanta students. The shooting wounded 4 people. Police say Coleman was out on bond for 2 previous shootings.
The second shooter was already out on signature bond from the Fulton County Jail for another shooting incident earlier this year. It is unfortunate that he was out, but again, we're so glad that we got him in custody for this violent act.
Officers arrested the other gunman within a week of the shooting. Police and federal marshals caught up with Coleman in Mississippi tonight. He is now awaiting an extradition hearing. Tracy?
Alicia, thanks. Now